How do you turn this off? All right. Good morning. How are you all? So happy to see you. I thought I would do a loving kindness meditation today. It's a heart healing space for us and everyone. Woo. So let's begin. Taking a breath, mindful breath, finding yourself sitting upright and alert as the kings and queens that you are. Finding yourself resting in your chair, on your cushion, in this moment. Taking a moment to let go of everything that's come before, everything that's arising before you, just being present to that which is here and now, in the now. The practice of loving kindness is one of expressing that natural tendency towards wellness, towards yourself and towards others. You might place your hand on your heart, just touch in with your heart for this moment. Feeling a natural rhythm. And say to yourself, may this being be happy. May this being be healthy. May this being be at ease. May this being be happy. May this being be healthy. May this being be at ease. And let that wash over you. Let that sense of well-being take up residence in your heart. Now bring to mind a loved one, a dear friend, a favorite pet. Someone that the awareness in your mind's eye brings a natural sense of happiness to your heart. In your mind's eye, see that happiness reflected back at you. And you reflect it back to them. May this being be happy. May this being be healthy. And may this being live this life with ease and delight. May this being be happy. May this being be healthy. May this being live this life with ease and delight. Now let's extend that loving kindness out to all the beings in this room, all the beings in this county. May these people be happy. May these people be healthy. May these people live this life with ease and delight. Imagine you and your heart are a powerful radio beacon of love and delight for the world. As you send out loving kindness to all beings everywhere, may all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings everywhere live this life with ease and delight. Staying with this awareness of loving kindness radiating out, releasing any anxieties or apprehensions, just being present and expressing your natural goodness. May all beings be happy. May this being be happy. May I be happy. just a minute. In just a minute, the meditation time will come to a close. Let's take this opportunity to dedicate any merit that's arisen from our practice here today for the happiness of all beings everywhere. This being, these loved ones, these neighbors, these friends, our pets, and the people that give us cause to learn, that awaken us to the truth of life. May all beings everywhere be happy, be healthy. May all beings everywhere live this life with ease and delight. So may it be. Imagine the sound of a gong going off. There it is. There's our gong. Thank you.
Jeremy Lieber, everybody. We can give him some love. Thank you. Good morning. It's beautiful weather, isn't it? So welcome, welcome. I'm Reverend Deanne Morency. I'm the senior minister here at Unity in Marin. And we're here together, yes? And as you're coming in, you should be getting this. That was good, right? Okay, my wife will be impressed. I don't catch things. Brandy Jones is back in the house with us. And in very, very much on target for Brandy, of course, she comes back to us, but she comes bearing gifts for everybody else. So we're so glad you're here. We missed you. We missed you. So welcome. If it's your first time here, even more welcome. We are a community that's anchored in love, that's anchored in an awareness of our ability to be a living presence right here, right now, in time and in space. That we get to be the hands, we get to be the feet. We are the place where transformation happens. And this world could use some transformation, couldn't it? Woo! So why we come together, why do we get up and come here on a Sunday morning? Why do we make that part of what we do? And it's because as we come together, we're coming together to connect, to support each other, to see the divinity in each other, to remind each other about how amazing we are. And we do that in small ways and big ways. We do it through chocolate kisses, and we do it through hugs, and we also do it just through our consciousness, because that's ultimately what we know is more powerful than anything. And so in consciousness, we have a lot of people. We have more people watching us on live stream than we do with us in the room right now. So I want everyone to turn around, and we're going to wave to everybody on the live stream, on the cameras right over the door, right? And we're just, whenever you're watching us, just know that you are part of this consciousness of love. And so to start us off this morning, Momo's goofy today. Watch out, everybody. We have our fabulous trio is going to come up here and lead us in an open. Oh, and before we do that, we did have some rather hard news this week. Victoria Bloom, one of our newest members, you may have seen her. She often watched outside, right? She watched outside on the simulcast, which if you didn't know we have it, we do. You can sit in the beautiful courtyard and watch the service outside. She passed away. She got very sick at the beginning of the year. It was very quick. It was very unexpected. So as we have more information around what that celebration of life might be, we will let the community know. And this is also why we come together, right? Yeah. So that we can hold this with love and grace and compassion, and we can navigate the losses and the challenges and the celebrations, right? We get to do all of that together in sacred community. So I know it can take a lot to get here sometimes, and so this opening song is designed to really literally bring us into the room, to remind us who we are individually, who we are as a community, and then what that means for the entire world. So I'm going to invite up our soul sisters to lead us in our opening song.
In this very room, there's quite enough love for one like me. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for one like me. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, sweet Spirit, Spirit is in this very room. And in this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all of us. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, sweet Spirit, Spirit is in this very room. And in this very room, there's quite enough love for all the world. And in this very room, there's quite enough joy for all the world. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, sweet Spirit, Spirit is in this very room.
So as we enter into the prayer field, we're lighting this candle. We're lighting it in honor of all and any who may have made their transition. Victoria, Blue. We're lighting this candle for all whose lives are being impacted by this war. Just anchoring our understanding that love is truly the only answer, not more hate, more anger. And so in this moment, through the prayer field, I'm going to invite us all to anchor that love for each of us and for the world. So I'm going to invite the prayer chaplains to rise. I'm going to invite Claire to come forward with the prayer box. I'm going to invite anyone who would like to join the prayer chaplains in encircling this community to feel free to join them. And know that if you're watching online, that you are right here with us, right now, in this very room, this room of love, this room of possibility. So we continue to quiet the mind and open the heart. We continue to welcome that spaciousness that is at the very center of our being. That which we are, truly are. That peace, that love, that grace, that beauty, that is our true nature, that is our true name. And as we welcome that into our own personal awareness, we're welcoming that to be an active presence in the world right now. As we lay aside our own resentments and angers and frustrations, we become a vessel, a space, a place, the living embodiment of more peace, of more love, of more light. So as we create this container together, I invite you right now to place within it anything that you're carrying in your heart, anything you're carrying, people, situations. Just you can speak them aloud if you wish. We place all who are feeling unworthy and not enough. We place all who are feeling loss and pain. We place all who are feeling fear. All who feel unsafe. And in this moment, I invite you to hold with me the vision, the awareness that each of us are this living embodiment of love, of light, of joy, of peace, and of harmony. And if we know that is true for us, we know it is true for each person. Each person, no matter what they're in the midst of, that there is more available and accessible to them. And so I invite you to see that with me right now, to see abundance and overflow, to see connection and caring, to see beauty and harmony, to see opportunity and infinite potential. How grateful I am for this opportunity to know and to anchor love that has no opposite. Love than anything and everything that seems to come against it. So I invite us to open our hearts even more, to feel them connect up with each person in this room, to feel the energetic connection. And as we feel that connection between each other, I invite us to blanket the campus, and to blanket California, and to blanket the United States. Oh boy, blanket the United States, please. And then let that spread out over this entire planet. Ukraine, the Middle East, any place where people are knowing war and fear. Just right now, we are holding the light. And in gratitude for this, I am beyond words, beyond grateful. I invite you to know that we are this powerful, that in our yes, a way is made out of seeming no way, and that we are here to manifest in time and in space a world that works for everyone. And in agreement, please say with me, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. Thank you, everyone. You may be seated. So we are in the season of Lent, which Unity holds in a very particular way. We see this as an opportunity for releasing what no longer serves and reimagining what it is that we would like to be and become in time and in space. And so I'm going to invite Shay to come on up right now. The booklets are available in the seat backs in front of you or in the lobby. And if you're online, we can mail them to you.
Good morning, Unity. Today's inspirational reading is from Unity's Lent booklet, Release and Reimagine. This booklet is free and available in the lobby, in the courtyard, and in the seat backs in front of you. I invite you at this time to let these become part of your morning reflection, your morning meditation, or prayer. In this moment, I invite you to take a deep breath and to pause, to close your eyes if you wish. I invite you to let these words become your words. The affirmation for today is, on this day of Lent, I release bitterness. At Passover, which overlaps Easter this year, Jewish families eat bitter herbs. to remind them of the bitterness of their slavery in Egypt. Bitterness is a familiar emotion to all of us. Yet, when I feel it forming acid in my stomach or that awful taste in my mouth in relation to something or someone that troubles me, I don't always imagine that it might have symbolic value, reminding me I am never separate from God. God as me does not express as separate feelings or thoughts, but as wholeness. In the light of my God consciousness, I release critical judgments about my feelings and thoughts. I gently say to myself, bitterness, there you are. I will no longer push you away or go into denial. I am a creation of God, made in the image and likeness. I claim the learning and growth in my experience. I will always feel a range of emotions, and I am one with God in every experience. Once again, the affirmation for today is, on this day of Lent, I release bitterness. Please know this with me. On this day of Lent, I release bitterness. Thank you.
Thank you, Shay. Good morning, Unity. That was very powerful, Shay. Let's continue with knowing our vision for our community. Let's know this together. A world spiritually awakened and transformed through realizing our divine potential. In our mission statement, we are a loving community dedicated to spiritual growth, inclusivity, and service. We honor and care for ourselves, each other, and the natural world. In our core values, connectivity, living in an awareness of unity with all, inclusivity, cultivating a safe space to celebrate diversity and value the uniqueness of every person, and authenticity, being true to ourselves, our values, and spirit. That feels really good. I'm going to memorize our vision and mission statement. That's my goal. We were at our Western Region conference over the weekend, and they asked, how many of you know your vision or mission statement? And just maybe a handful of people raise their hands. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. So, and please join me if you want to take on that challenge as well. All right, we are all part of the welcome team. And if you look around, if you notice people that you've never met before, do reach out, introduce yourselves, and welcome them to our community. We have a nice potluck in the courtyard, and it's been really yummy these days, and it's a really good way to also connect. Staying connected, lots of opportunities here. We have the spiritual connection card in your bulletin. You can write a prayer request in there. And you can connect via text. And we have many social media platforms to connect with as well. And today's flower sponsor is Carolyn Gautier. Love to all my Pisces pals. I have a few Pisces in my family, right? And flowers were arranged by Elizabeth Dunleavy. Thank you. And our hospitality sponsorship today is Unity in Marin. In loving memory of Blue, celebrating all the years of unconditional love. That's Lynn and Kevin. And there are other opportunities for hospitality and flower sponsorships. You can always see Charcel and Artist and Collector of the Week. More coming soon. I'm seeing that a lot, like every week.
I have a bunch of ideas. I'm going to discuss with Dean.
Okay. Stay tuned. All right, now I'll have Reverend Deanne come up for our Sacred Service Spotlight.
So each week we like to highlight, we don't exist without people saying yes to being of service. And first and foremost, I do want to highlight Ann Pirelli. Where are you, Ann? I saw you here today. Ann said yes to being the linen laundry person. So thank you, Ann. Your name will appear up here again at some point, but I saw you here today, and I wanted to make sure I said it while you were here. So, we had an incident last year that happened, a health incident that happened with one of our congregants during service. And there were a number of people that got together and said, we need to be more proactive about what our plans are for any kind of emergency situation. And so a safety team has been formed. And I want to just highlight, they're amazing. What they're accomplishing already, we've met like 3 times, and things are like happening, which is awesome. And that comes like getting grants so we can get another AED. It involves creating plans for how do we evacuate the space if we need to evacuate the space. Bringing in people who can help train the community for emergencies. What do you need to have at home? What should we, and then figuring out how to connect us as an institution and an organization into the larger community needs. And so I spent Wednesday of this week all day doing a simulation of a major casualty event in the Marin County area as a spiritual support person. And what does that look like? And what are the needs are? Because I think this is a place where we can show up, not just for each other, which we do so beautifully, but we can show up for the larger community as well. So I would love for these fabulous individuals, if they're here, to please stand. Paula Abowd, Chad Davidson, Al Gaspari, Cindy Hall, Gabrielle Javier, well, and me, but, and the only one here is Al. So we're gonna give Al all the love. I love it. So there will be more coming around this. We're touching base with Novato Police and all these different community groups that will be coming in and organizing events for us. So just know that those pieces, there is a team working on all of that behind the scenes. And if you want to know how you can volunteer and serve, Easter, can you believe it? Easter is a month away. Whew. So we have a beautiful flower ritual that we do for Easter, and it involves these little mini bouquets. And so those mini bouquets get put together by a fabulous group of people. We have a lot of fun. We get pizza. It's an opportunity to get creative because you're each making, 40? Every person makes like 40 little individual bouquets. You can get your flower beauty thing on. And you don't have to know anything about putting together flowers because I can do it, right? And I don't have that eye. So it's Saturday, April 4th from 10 to 1. So please register so we have a sense of how many people are coming. It really is a lot of fun, and it's very creative. And what we create is truly beautiful, and then how we use that in service is even more beautiful. So also start spreading the word to your friends. If, what are they going to be doing on Easter? If they don't want a more traditional service, if they want something that's a little bit more centered in a different way, that we are the place to come on Easter Sunday, which is April 5th. So early this year. And we have a fabulous new vocalist with us today. So Carrie Hillary is, she has performed at over 270 different New Thought churches and communities. That's kind of amazing when you think about that, right? Her focus is on environmental and women empowerment. That's what her work is centered around. And so can we please give some love to Carrie?
Thank you. Didn't know there were that many churches, and there's still a lot I haven't done. So I'm really, really excited. I think you're number 271, maybe. Thank you so much for inviting me here. So. I'm seeing the beauty in all the lessons I've learned, letting go of the drama, mending bridges I've burned. I am leaving the darkness, seeking a brighter day, past the pain and the anguish, finding a better way. Let it go, let it go, let it go before it pulls me under. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Oh, let it go, let it go. Open to a world of wonder. Let it go, let it go, go. Don't need a shoulder to cry on. No more tears left to hold. No more trying to hold on to things I need to let go. Anybody else? I am finding forgiveness, and I'm embracing its worth. I am knowing the answers to why I'm here on this earth. Let it go, let it go, let it go before it pulls you under. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Oh, let it go, let it go. Open to a world of wonder. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Closing my eyes, I see dreams coming true, joyful in all that we do. Days full of miracles, wonder and grace, touching the whole human race. I believe in my value, and I know I am enough. I'm more than just a survivor. My spirit is tough, 'cause I am smart, I'm forgiving, and I will grow and I'll thrive. Letting go, I'm transcending, I am coming alive. Let it go, sing it with me if you want. Let it go, let it go before it pulls me under. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Oh yeah, oh let it go, let it go. Open to about something you want to let go right now. Something that you're hanging on to that is not serving you. Just have not been able to release. Let's sing it again. Let's let it go. Oh, let it go. Let it go. Let it go before it pulls you under. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Thank you, Carrie. Oh, yeah. How willing are we to let it go, huh? We're going to talk about that today. So this is our year of empowerment. And this year of empowerment is purposeful. There's a lot going on in the world, yes? And it's all too easy for us to fall into victim consciousness, and we're going to talk about that today, too. And so everything we're going to be doing this year is about how do we empower ourselves to be an active force for transformation on this planet. Not just holding the line, but moving it. Yes? So we're in our third week of our book study on unapologetic manifestation. And this week we're looking at shift your consciousness. So if you're coming in right now, you should be fine to, I try to keep the talks separate enough. But if you want to find out what we have been discussing and working on, you can find the previous talks on YouTube, and we do have study guides that are available online and out in the courtyard if you want to work on it yourself. The books are still in the bookstore too. So first off, we're talking about manifestation, not about getting stuff. It's not about getting stuff. Can you breathe into that with me? Because, woo, that is a hard one to let go of. It is about aligning your life with your highest purpose and stepping into the fullness of who you are. Doesn't that sound more fun than just getting stuff? And I want to stress that we're manifesting something that isn't just individual, it's also collective. We are changing the world, not just our own self, but we are here to be a transformational presence on the planet. So Ken lays out the 5 steps here, and again, these are set up as 1 through 5. Don't get caught in the linearness of it. They work sort of simultaneously. You're sort of holding them all. For the practice of trying to move our way through them, we're making them linear, but it's not a linear process. Last week we talked about focusing your mind. This week we're moving to shift your consciousness. And this is really, I believe, to be the place where we get to bring our spiritual practices and our spiritual principles to the work of becoming our most joyous, fulfilled self, is by shifting our consciousness. For me, this is the place where the rubber meets the road. And we're talking about how our outer world is a reflection of our inner world. And to transform, right? To transform it all, we have to start right here. The famous line in New Thought is, it's all an inside job, right? So it's all an inside job. So we never see the world as it really is. Breathe into that for a second, right? We see it as we are, right? So we're filtering everything through our own internal lens. And I just love this graphic. So, because it says it all, right? It just says it all. Whatever it is that's alive within us is part of how we are perceiving the world. And so for those who have taken the quantum living with me, how many people in here have taken that? A lot of people, a lot of us are. I'm going to try and teach that again this year because I think it's really important that we understand how we navigate the shadow, right? We understand how to be present in love and compassion and healing with the parts of ourselves that we want to like eliminate and cut off. Wouldn't you want to just like cut off your tusk? Let's get that out of the way. But it's ours. It's part of who we are. Can we hold that in grace? But can we acknowledge that it's there? Can we become conscious of the fact that we have certain filters that we are working through and with? So shadow work, the way I hold this and can, is really about how Jung sort of held it all, right? Which is that it's the parts of ourselves that we repress or we deny because usually they were somehow unacceptable in some way, shape, or form, either in our family system, either in the world, in the community, right? And it's the things that we decide are like, oh, that's unacceptable because of my personal family system. In another family system, those might have been welcomed and been joyous, right? So if you are a very artistic child growing up in a family that is with parent figures that are very logic-oriented, right? You could perhaps get a message that your creativity is somehow unacceptable. But if you are a very logical, oriented, linear child growing up in a household that is filled with creative individuals, you might have gotten the message that your logic, that you're linear, that strength that you have is unacceptable. So shadow work is not just also about the parts of ourselves that we don't like, but we also do it to the parts of ourselves that actually make us powerful and confident, right? We decide that something about us isn't good, rather than allowing ourselves to be with the gifts and the talents that we all have. So the shadow work piece is really, really important, and what's super important about it is how we hold it in unity, which is there is no part of you that is unacceptable. There is no part of you that is unacceptable. There is nothing that you have ever done that is not capable of being forgiven. You are not your behavior. You are something deeper than that. You are something bigger than that. So let's talk about what some of those filters can be, right? What does our rhino tusk look like, right? And so there's 4 stages of evolving consciousness. You might, in different areas of your life, you might be in different areas, right? You're not just one thing. Is everyone clear about this? Right? So we have the victim consciousness, which is everything happens to me. We have the victor, or the manifestor consciousness, which is everything happens by me. I do it all. It's a very powerful consciousness, right? I'm going to get that done. It's very American. Right? Very American, very, very American. And then channel consciousness, which is that things happen through me. And you'll hear that a lot. God moved through me. I downloaded something, right? I didn't know what it was, and all of a sudden I just was, right? That's channel consciousness, where we have sort of created a space for something to be able to inform us. And so things are happening through us. And then we have the Christ, Buddha, Gaia, Atman consciousness, right? Which is as me, the wholeness that I am, as me. This would be the I am consciousness. And you can see that the victim and the victor are fear-based. The victor consciousness, manifestor consciousness, that by me, I'm going to do it, is actually just the flip side of victim consciousness, right? It's just the flip side of it. Everything's happening to me. Gosh darn it, I'm never going to let that happen again. I'm going to make things work for me. Anybody ever feel like that in their life? Manifester can be incredibly empowering, especially coming out of victim consciousness, but it's also exhausting. It is, it's just exhausting, because it's your human self thinking that it's making everything happen. And there's all these resources that you're sort of leaving on the table. So these consciousness, they nest within us. Anybody in here ever have like this glorious like meditation or this beautiful experience, and then like you get a phone call or something happens and you immediately in a heartbeat go to, why did that happen to me? We can flip back into victim consciousness in a heartbeat. So they nest within us. Going to victim consciousness, again, we don't beat ourselves up for these things. What we want to do is just bring consciousness to it so that we can be like, oh, look at me, I went to victim consciousness. And we have tools and we have practices that can help us begin to bring ourselves back into a more faith-based alignment. So that we're always looking at fear-based, which is always about the problem. You're trying to fix a problem. Versus faith-based consciousness, where you are focused on realizing a vision. Can you feel the difference? One is pulling us forward, right? When we focus on the problem, what do we get? More problem, right? It's just what we place our attention on grows in consciousness, right? So, this victim to me, right? It's the why me. Anybody in here ever say, why me? We all say it, right? Why me? Why me? Why did this happen to me? It's this appearance that you have no control. It's this mindset that you're just sort of like being tossed around, right, by the world. And usually, we talked about this last week, it's because you think the world has a hostile intent. And if not a hostile intent, perhaps a neutral intent. But you do not believe that there is a goodness intent, right? There's a supportive intent. So when we're in victim consciousness, we want to focus on what the opportunity is. The opportunity is that we get to give up shame and blame. Now, is shame and blame, is that a filter that is impacting the way we perceive the world? Deeply, deeply impacting the way we see the world, right? Then we have the victor, manifester consciousness. Things are happening by me, right? I can control my thoughts and my life. Anybody in here ever felt like, that? Like, I'm in control here. And if I just pray hard enough, everything I want is going to show up for me. So when we find ourselves in this place, right, and when we're in manifester, we are using our spiritual practices. We're using affirmative prayer. We're using these things. But it's an opportunity to give up control and to give up power. And by power, I don't mean our ability, that's one of the 12 abilities. I'm talking about our power that we think little me is responsible for everything in my life. That's spiritual malpractice. Things are going to happen in your life. Everyone just we got to learn to roll with it. Things are going to happen. We're not personally responsible for our cancer diagnosis. I can't say that enough. We're not personally responsible for things. We are capable of standing in our power of self-mastery to not let them throw us off center. That's what we have a capacity for. And then we have channel, which is through me. And that is and we're starting to move into faith-based. Can you feel it? We're moving into an open and receptive. We're very teachable when we're in channel consciousness. We experience being a vehicle through which Spirit speaks and acts. Not I, but God that does the work, right? That energetic of it. It's an opportunity, though, for us to give up our ego and to give up any sense of separation. Because when we are in channel consciousness, which is a beautiful place to be, it also can make us very passive. Because I'm not the one who's doing the work. So I'm waiting for God to do the work. What does that mean? In unity, that doesn't mean anything, really, because we are the living presence of the divine. So you're basically waiting on yourself. All right? So what we want to move into is this Christ Buddha, which is about an experience of oneness with Spirit. I am one with God. The Father and I are one. Whatever pieces from Scripture will support you in that. But it's an opportunity to experience and be limitless consciousness. And this is the place where we begin to experience possibilities. This is what opens up into a place where we can be open and receptive to the divinity that we are and able to move forward in time and in space. Jesus didn't spend a whole lot of time sitting around, meditating. He was out, walking around, interacting. He was in the world. And that's what we're being invited to be, is in the world. And what gets in the way? Right? Resentment and our inability to forgive. Anybody in here stuck on something? Come on, we can admit it, because we're all stuck on something. There's something in our life that is just still sort of corroding away at our own soul, because that's what resentment does. Edwin Gaines, famously said, staying in unforgiveness and cultivating being resentful is like taking poison and expecting the other person to die. Right? The only person who's living in that energy is you. So this piece is really huge. The resentment piece is huge because it's a major roadblock for how we can move forward and stay open and understand ourselves as the I am. And we can feel so justified in our anger and resentment, how we were treated, right? We can feel so justified in that. But that also means that we might start drowning in contempt. We can suffocate our empathy. And the very thing that we loathe takes roots in ourselves. And it becomes corrosive to our own soul. And I love this. He says, we become mean-spirited. And that word, like mean-spirited, you're not giving, you're not sharing, you're not open. And we know that living a prosperous and abundant life and all of that means that we need to be open, not closed. And this is deep work. Releasing resentments. So why forgiveness is so important? Because it reduces your stress. Let me be really clear. You're doing forgiveness work for you. That's the point of the forgiveness work, is for you to be free, is for you to not be carrying any of that around anymore. It lowers blood pressure, increases cardiovascular health, boosts the immune system, gives you better mental health outcomes, increases feelings of peace, empathy, and self-esteem, psychological resilience, emotional stability, healthier and more positive relationships, and a greater sense of purpose and meaning in life. Does anybody want all these things? So we have these practices that can actually support us if we're willing to let go, right? If we're willing, as Shay said, to say, hey, resentment, I see you. I see you. So, of course, one of the most powerful practices is the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Forgive me, thank you, I love you. Everybody say that.
I'm sorry, forgive me, thank you, I love you.
Can you see how, if you do this just for yourself, are there things you need to forgive yourself for? Can you just start there? Can you clear out the resentment that you have about yourself? Start there first. So there's an exercise in this chapter, and it's straight out of the AA, so those who are in AA will be very familiar with the resentment inventory, but it is super powerful. So I want everyone to do it this week, right? I want you to do the resentment inventory. And the way this looks is you start off in one column. One has all your resentments. Right? You get to go to town here. Do not self-censor. You don't need to be spiritually balanced and good in this moment, okay? You want to be honest about what is alive within you in terms of your resentments. And you want to list all the people, the places, the things, the institutions, the ideas, the principles with which you are angry, resentful, feel hurt, or are threatened by. Then in the second column, you're going to write what happened, right? The reasons for your resentment. And be specific about what happened. Don't write a 5-page diatribe, right? But be specific about what happened and why you are angry. Why are you hurt? Why are you threatened? And then the third column is what it affected, right? And so those areas that are affected could be your self-esteem, it could be your pride, it could be your finances, it could be your emotional security, your ambitions, your personal relations, your sexual relations. What was affected because of what happened? Did you miss an opportunity? Did you lose out on something? What is it that was affected because of what happened? And then the fourth column is the trickiest column, which is my part in it, right? And you want to ask yourself, what's the truth here? Where's my responsibility? What part do I own? And what might I have done differently? I want to be really clear that if we're talking about things that happened in your childhood that were horrifying, you're not responsible for that. Is everyone hearing me? Okay, you're not responsible for that. But as an adult, what part do you have in maintaining that narrative? Right? What could you be doing differently as an adult? Okay, we're not laying any blame for anyone on violence being done to them, right? I really want to be, is everyone clear about this? Okay, what we're asking you to take responsibility for are the places where you can take responsibility. Yes? Okay, don't beat yourself up for things for the part that you have no responsibility to, right? But the way you navigate it now as an adult, do you have some autonomy and an ability now to hold that in a different way, perhaps? That would be what you would be putting in for part 4, my part in it. Okay? So how do you do this? Because I can feel the tension in the room, right? Like I can feel the tension just sort of ratcheting in the room. So number 1, you just got to be willing. Just write it all down, write all the feelings down, write the things, just write it down, because even that's cathartic. Just acknowledging where you have resentment, just acknowledging where your feelings are hurt, just acknowledging where you're like, right? Why did they do that? How did that relationship get so messy? Right? Get it down on paper. Make it something that's living over here rather than just here and here. And then, if you can't think of any present situations that you're holding resentment around, which I think is kind of hard, maybe, given our political climate at this moment, but if there is something, if you're like, everything in my life is awesome right now, I love you for that. I'm jealous of you for that. You can use the past. Okay, you can use something that happened in the past. This is the most important part. Work one column at a time. Work column 1 as if you do not know that column 4 is coming. Right? Just do each column one at a time. And what I would suggest is you do column 1 and do like 4 or 5 things you're resentful for. And then move to column 2. All those 4 or 5 things, go through what happened exactly. All 4 or 5 of those things, what got affected? All 4 or 5 of those things, what was my part? And don't be surprised if you start to notice a theme, if you start to notice a pattern about what it is that was happening or playing itself out. And so the last part is to absolutely bring self-compassion to the process. Do not beat yourself up, right? The list isn't a testament to your faults. That's not the point of this entire exercise, right? But it's an example and an opportunity to stand in your courage and your honesty. Because that is the place that we can heal from. As long as we're pretending that we're not really resentful about the ex who took all the money and got the house, and I got nothing, as long as we're pretending because we're in a spiritual space, and I am, all that stuff we do with our spiritual ego that doesn't allow us to feel what we actually feel, well, those feelings are still impacting the way you see the world. So what we want to do is bring them forth so that we can heal and transform them. And part of what I want to offer is a way for you to stay sort of grounded in yourself. So heart math has been around for a long time. If you don't know anything about heart math, go check it out, right? Heartmath.com, I think, is the website. But they have a ton of different exercises that are all designed to bring your heart into coherence. And what that means is that they've done, like when you're frustrated, they've got special ways to measure heart coherence. And that frustration is what the top line looks like. Appreciation is what the bottom line looks like. So there are tools and practices that can help bring you into heart coherence. So if you're doing this resentment thing and you're starting to get freaked out and it's feeling like too much, stop. Take a break, take a moment, recenter yourself. Allow your nervous system to calm down. Reassure yourself that you know how to take care of you, right? Because that's what you're doing in that moment. I can quiet my nervous system so that I can keep moving forward, so I can keep my healing on track. And so scientifically, it has been proven that heart coherence exercises, and there's a bunch, right? They reduce stress. They improve immune function. They boost cognitive performance. Anybody in here need that? They shift the automatic nervous system into a more balanced state. They promote resilience, overall well-being. And here's the piece. They've done scientific work that shows that when you're in coherence, you bring the people around you into coherence. So we're not just talking about an individual thing. We're talking about building up our capacity to be a place for global coherence, for a collective field of harmony. So here's one of the simplest heart math appreciation exercises you can do. You focus your attention on your heart. You imagine breathing through your heart, opening your heart, whatever kind of works for you there. Don't get caught up on the idea that my heart can't breathe, okay? Then call to mind a time or an experience or a person that you actually truly appreciate. That's it. Just call up someone you appreciate, and then allow that appreciation to just grow in your whole system. You can do this in 2 minutes and completely reset yourself. And if you don't believe me, we're going to do it when we step into meditation right now. So you'll get an opportunity to practice it. So this week, really, this resentment inventory, I cannot tell you how powerful it is. You have to step into it. And so if you're part of a study group, do it together, right? Work it together. Use each other. Don't think you have to do this all alone with just your own stuff, because we're all in this together. And whatever resentments you might be carrying, guess what? I got some of those on my list too, right? And all of this is to invite us into a state of being able to let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that we are agreeing that they were right. Forgiveness means that we no longer wish to carry the burden of our own resentment. That's what forgiveness means. We no longer wish to carry that person with us. Think about that. When we don't engage in forgiveness, we're still carrying those people. They're still with us. Chances are they're not thinking about you, but you are thinking about them. So this is an opportunity for us to clear some stuff away. And as we clear it away, guess what? We're making room for more possibility. We're making room for more potential in our lives. We're making room so that we're manifesting from the faith-based consciousness rather than from the fear-based consciousness. Anyone ever notice how you try really hard, but all you keep manifesting is the same thing again and again and again? Because we're stuck in that fear-based consciousness. So this is how we move into faith-based, the vision pulling us forward, not the problem calling us back. So let's take this into our time of meditation. So just breathing into whatever got stirred up. Maybe there's a person or a situation. Maybe it's just you. You know, we often, in New Thought and spiritual teachings, we can become very, very judgmental about ourselves. We haven't learned enough yet. We haven't grown enough yet. Oh, what if we just let some of that judgment fall away? What if we let some of that frustration fall away? What if right where you are is perfect? Perfect. You're right where you're supposed to be. So we quiet, and I just invite you to just bring you into your heart more fully. All of you, the parts of you that you don't like, that you wish were different, the parts of ourselves that we just sort of struggle with. Just invite them into this soft space that is always available, always accessible. If you want to place your hands on your heart and just breathe through your heart. Welcoming someone, something about yourself that you appreciate. What is there that you appreciate about you? A skill, a gift, a way of being with others. And just place your attention on all of that appreciation. And if that feels challenging, think about who else you also appreciate as well. The people in our lives. So let's just rest here for a few minutes in the silence, just appreciating all that we are and all that the people in our life bring to us. Let's just rest in this place of open-hearted appreciation. And let's just do a round of Ho'oponopono. Just say to yourself, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I love you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. One more time. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And so we go forth this week with the capacity to recenter ourselves, to bring ourselves into coherence, to allow ourselves to let go and to release what no longer serves, and to allow any of those resentments to be healed as we open ourselves to our infinite potential. How grateful I am for each person here, for the willingness, for the yes. Because as we say yes to our healing, we are healing the planet right here and right now. And in agreement, I invite you to say with me, and so it is. Amen. Ashe. So our affirmation, I retyped it. I I did, I swear. Okay, so we're supposed to stay curious, yes? Look at all those question marks. So let's say, I release my resentments. I align with my highest purpose. I open to the possibilities within and all around me. And so it is. Amen. I'm going to invite Carrie to come back up. My wife is trying to change it on the fly, right?
That was wonderful. I like the first line of that. You guys know how lucky you are to have such a dynamic minister? You're amazing. And just for the record, Heartmouth is right across the street from my house in Boulder Creek. So we see those fine folks a lot. No more holding on. I'm letting go, and I see all my suffering and pain is gone as I let it be. Forgiveness is the key. I don't have to know how. Right here and right now, I release and I'm set free. No more looking behind, claiming all that can be. Open up my heart and my mind. I've come to believe. I don't have to know how. 'Cause right here and right now, I release and I'm set free. I forgive and I'm set free. No more living in fear. Learning to trust is the key. All I need is always here, so I let it be.
Thank you. And thank you, Reverend Deanne. The resentment inventory. I didn't think I had a lot to put in there, but as I was listening, and I was like, oh my gosh. More homework. All right, so 15 minutes after service, we have our weekly discussion circle. And Reverend Deanne will be in that circle, and it's a great time for new members to sit down and just share what came up for you during the service, and for all of our regular folks here. So you might have a big circle today. Let's see. We have an annual meeting coming up, March 22nd, and it's from 12 to 2. There's an info packet that will be coming out this week, so look for that. And do register. We need to have a quorum. It'll be hybrid as well as, I guess hybrid means it's both Zoom and in person, right? Okay, I was going to be redundant there for a moment. And this is our giving and receiving time. The usher is going to be coming up shortly. There's different ways to give through your Church Center app on your phone. There's a QR code for those of you that are live streaming. And there's a giving envelope in your bulletin. And if you are writing a check, start writing it now so it'll be ready to go in the basket. And for those of you that are part of our Faith in Action program, you have your monthly or weekly donation done automatically, so you can always just place this in the basket. And we have our spiritual connection card that's also in your bulletin. You can just rip that out, write down any prayer support that you want, any questions that you might have, and you can also place that in the offertory basket. And why don't we say our offering affirmation together? I am the power of abundance, giving and receiving gratefully. And we'll have Carrie back up.
You guys ready to sing along on another one a little bit? Okay, it's really simple. You'll hear the chorus and hopefully feel brave. Jump right in. It's my life to live. It's my light to shine. The answers in my heart to the questions in my mind. Sometimes I feel lost and paralyzed with fear. It's time to open up until the path is clear. This will be your part. 'Cause I think about what you might want to be. Okay, now let's confirm it. It's our lives to live, and it's our light to shine. The answers in our heart to the questions in our minds. So I can be anything. I can be anything if I only try my wings. If I only try my wings. 'Cause I can be anything. I can be anything if I only believe. If I only believe. If I only believe. If I only believe. Thank you for affirming that with me.
Thank you, Carrie. All right. We have a spiritual movie night coming up Friday the 13th. Ooh. All right. And people always ask, what's the movie? So the movie is One Revolution. It's a true story of Paralympic athlete Chris Waddell's quest to change the world's perception of disability through his climb of the tallest peak in Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. The documentary chronicles the 2-year project and the 6-day ascent, the first almost entirely unassisted paraplegic climb. The movies are always wonderful, but the discussions that we have after the movie is what it's all about. So QR code up there if you want to register. We'll get you on the Evite. It's in Mill Valley at Mojo Dojo Karate. I had to slip that in there. All right.
Don't come here.
Don't come here. Go there. All right. Community Social Justice Choir. Next rehearsal is Saturday, March 21st, and it's going to be at Novato City Hall, 10 a.m.
So the rehearsal is going to be what happens on Saturdays at Novato City Hall, right? And then the next Saturday is going to be the No Kings Rally. And so there'll be more information. If you want to know more about that, register for the Social Justice Choir online, and then there are emails that go out that keep people abreast as to where they're meeting and what's happening.
Thank you. And once again, the Easter flower volunteers are needed, so sign up for that. And a couple weeks ago, Pamela, hi Pamela, you arranged these beautiful flowers for Linda, and I was just watching you as you snipped and tossed and trimmed and everything. And it inspired me, and I had these 3 different vases of flowers at home, and some were wilted, and Linda was, okay, it's time to toss them. And I'm like, no. And so I took the 3, I trimmed, and I came up with this wonderful. So I might see you on the 4th. All right, Unity and Marin prayer chaplains are here. If you are here, please stand so we can recognize you. And they are such a powerful support here in our community. So any concerns, celebrations that you might have, tap one of them on the shoulder and sit with them after service today. It's all held in privacy. And thank you for your service. And Brandy, great to see you back. Yay. And high heels. All right. Let's see, do we have kids today?
Nope.
Jenny?
I know that there are some teens that are doing stuff. They don't come in here with us. They don't, they're doing their own powwow over there. So I'm going to invite everyone to stand because we have a blessing that we do for the youth that are in our hearts, the youth of the world, the youth that is Unity in Marin, even if they're not here with us today. And I'd like to just invite you, we're talking about letting go of resentments and knowing our own worth and trusting ourselves. And so I want you to also say this to yourself, right? So together we say, you are the perfect expression of divine light. We love you exactly the way you are. And so it is.
And let's say our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. And the presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is. So it is.
And Carrie will be out in the lobby. She's got music out there. She's got a table, so you can say hi to her. I'll be here at the door, and you can come talk to me and then join me at the discussion circle. Time for our gratitude song.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.